At this time, as I said earlier, I'd like to bring Assemblyman Sweeney to the podium and ask him to provide some perspective from the Albany point of view. As I say, Mr. Sweeney grew up here. You know the area very well. You know exactly what had to happen with Great South Bay in order to prepare it for the next century and beyond. All right, Mr. Sweeney, if you would, please. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Bob. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. I'm not sure, following an English teacher, that I don't have any words from Sophocles or others to offer to you, but I do, first and foremost, want to congratulate the board and your director, Peter Ward, for their innovative project and for the initiative that they took to put this project forward. As was indicated, as Bob spoke about, this was a project that was in the works for several years. It was given a lot of thought by the board, by the director, and a real commitment to the community, and a commitment that going forward, this library would be acting always in a responsible fashion, responsive to the community and to the environment around us. And fortunately, as the board was considering this project and wanting to move forward with it, it just so happened that there came from Washington some stimulus money to the state of New York, which allowed us, the Environmental Facilities Corporation, which Matt will talk about, I'm sure, to develop, to direct that money in certain ways. And one of those ways was a program called Green Innovation Grants, which was intended precisely to support and promote unique projects like this, because this is a unique project. It is, do we determine, Peter, if this is the only one on Long Island? We think it is, right, of its kind?
Absolutely the only one.
So this is a very special project here that the Environmental Facilities Corporation recognized the importance and significance of. Bob spoke about the fact that it's a postage stamp by comparison with other projects, but it's a very important and valuable postage stamp, because it tells other entities, other municipalities and libraries, look, we've done this, you can do this too. This is something that will be important in your community. It is, and the importance is several, actually. It is, as Bob indicated, a stormwater runoff project, and if we needed any, I don't think we need any more examples of the significance of stormwater runoff after the last couple of months here, right along the south shore of Long Island, most recently this past week. So it not only keeps all that stormwater from running off into the street and becoming a problem in that fashion, but it also prevents it from running off and ending up in Great South Bay, where stormwater runoff is the #1 pollution problem we have in Great South Bay. So it's responsible in that fashion also. And of course, being a stimulus project, it also creates jobs. What we hope, what we refer to now as green collar jobs, we hope will be the wave of the future, where environmental projects like this are promoted and funded and become the norm. Instead of being unique, it'll be the norm, we hope, around Long Island and elsewhere in the state too. So this project is very important in several respects, in the obvious, preventing the stormwater runoff and preventing the pollution of a very valuable resource in the Great South Bay, in creating new jobs, not insignificant in this day and age, and being a great example to others of what can be accomplished. This is a cost-cutting project. Sometimes, and chairing the Environmental Conservation Committee, sometimes people say to me, well, we'd like to do the green thing, we'd like to do the right thing, but it's just so much more expensive, and we really just don't think we can do it. This is an innovative, cost-cutting project that shows that going green is not necessarily more expensive, but is in fact the right thing to do, the cost-cutting thing to do, and just a great project to demonstrate to others the significance of how it can be done. And that's what you've done. It's the members of the board and to Peter and everyone involved, the people who designed this, the people who funded it. Everybody can be very proud that this project is doing and will do great things and will be a great example for others to follow. And I know that there will be many other projects that will follow this one. So congratulations to all for a job well done.
We had about 4.5 inches of rain over the last 2 days. The parking lot was designed, we were told, to withstand 3.5 inches in a rain event, which would make it a 10-year event. Is that correct? Once in 10 years. At any event, the March weather, and particularly the last couple of days, has provided us with what is actually record rainfall. So it's exceeded its design. Peter had the opportunity yesterday to pour water on the parking lot while it was raining, and it still managed to soak up that water. So yes, Mr. Sweeney, thank you so much. We are aware of the fact that it could serve as a great model for other people, and I hope it does, provide encouragement to many other municipalities. I'd like to ask Ms. Horst to step forward at this point and provide us with a little bit of a comment from the Governor's Office, if you would, please. Thank you, Ms. Horst.
The Governor apologizes for not being here today, but he did send a letter.
Yeah.
Dear friends, I'm delighted to send greetings to all gathered for the official opening of the new sustainable parking lot at the Lindenhurst Memorial Library. Today marks a meaningful day for your community and one which will be long remembered by all who have worked hard to realize this important project. Such a wonderful occasion also celebrates the spirit of cooperation, progress, and dedication that has allowed for the design and construction of this environmentally friendly and useful parking spaces for your local library. All New Yorkers take pride in our environment heritage, sharing a conscious concern for its protection, and we support efforts that focus on creating a healthier, safer environment. One way to reduce waste through energy conservation, land preservation, recycling, and the wise use of our natural resources. A valuable piece of property that has formerly been vacant will now serve the people of your community and neighboring areas as it has been transformed into a sustainable resource through careful planning and development. I applaud those whose innovative thinking produced a creative solution and resulted in this important initiative that promotes energy conservation, environmental responsibility, and represents a truly smart and practical example of how we make our lives more green by developing land wisely. Hopefully, other communities in Long Island and across New York will be inspired by yours to implement similar projects for the cleanup and enhancement of neglected and abandoned sites, as this can help us realize our goal to build a greener world. Congratulations on this remarkable achievement and best wishes for an enjoyable ceremony. Warmest regards, sincerely, David A. Paterson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Better aesthetics here. All right. I'd like to ask Mr. Driscoll from the Environmental Facilities Corporation to give us his perspective. Again, I want to compliment the EFC for their cooperation in helping us process our grant and all of the funding that was involved in this. Mr. Driscoll, please.
Thanks, Bob. And Peter, good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Governor, the Board of Directors of the Environmental Facility Corporation, and our Chairman, Pete Granis, we are thrilled to be here. Let me also recognize Assemblyman Sweeney. I want to thank him for all of his support for the Environmental Facilities Corporation over the years. Thank you. We appreciate that very much. You know, what I see here bears witness to the importance of the use of innovative materials and such to address long-standing issues here on the South Shore. And clearly, this is a project that does that. This, so you all know, is a project that we will be marketing to other communities across not only Long Island, but across the state of New York as well. The use of these types of materials, and I want to congratulate the board for their long-term thinking, and of course from design to build, really speaks to the importance of how we look at the rate of return when we think about making an investment that benefits our communities and the people of which we all serve. And clearly that's what this project does. You mentioned that many years ago you were able to go down and do some clamming, and that unfortunately that has dissipated. If we start thinking long term and we think about the future, despite what some may argue could be more expensive, we understand that the rate of return on that investment will pay dividends for the next generations. And that's exactly what you have done here. From the environmental facilities standpoint, we are going to continue to invest into green innovation and green projects. And I'd like to give a well-deserved pat on the back to my team that operates our GP program back up in Albany. They work very hard behind the scenes on this program. And I think you folks here on the local level can attest to that. And we are going to continue to invest into these programs. We know that it is the future and how important it is for all communities to think broadly when we think about the environment and the impact it has on us. So having said that, we are very pleased to be here today. Thank you, and thank you for showing the rest of not only Long Island, but New York State, what can be done with just some good dreaming and planning. Thank you very much.